The Faculty of Engineering, they were hosting a conference on open data in the Caribbean. And part of that conference was holding a code sprint competition. And the purpose of this competition was utilizing various Caribbean open data sets and looking at various thematic areas like tourism, agriculture, fisheries, ICT in the Caribbean, how you could use this data and come up with an application that would help the region. And the one that we chose was something called the fish gear analyzer. And it basically, we're using the data that the government provides on catch volumes, so the amount of fish that is caught throughout the country at various ports in the country, the value of the fish caught, what times during the year the fish were caught, and what type of gear were used, whether it was fishing lines, nets, boats. And so using all this data, we developed this application that would allow you to query the data. So if you are fishing for red snapper, for instance, you could see that throughout the year, these are the amount of fish that you can catch throughout the year, and so you're able to see when is the best time for catching fish and what is the most appropriate gear to use. And so similarly, if you have a particular type of fish gear, you could also search the data and see, well, okay, well, these are the types of fish that can be caught. And again, similarly, what ports around the country, and what times of the year are best for fishing. So that was essentially the application. And we had a whole host of other little tools that you could use. And so collectively, we put all of this in something called the Fish Network. And yeah, so the idea is that we'd be able to host all these various bits of information that would be helpful to fisher folk in the region, and also it could help government stakeholders in terms of looking at in terms of providing regulation and preserving the marine resource of the country. And among the 12 competing teams, we ended up being the winners at the national level. And then this event was held simultaneously in Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica, and Dominica. And the top three teams from each of these islands competed in the regional competition, and we also won the regional competition. So the main prize was a trip to this transparency camp. So that's why we're here. That's why we're here. Okay. The main source was, yes, the fisheries division of the government, and we also used the applicable laws concerning fishing, and the applicable regulations and that sort of things. But yeah, but mostly government sources. Yes. Like I said, doing something in 24 hours is pretty hectic. But we tried our best, and so we have some refining to do, and of course, the ultimate end users are the fishermen, and so we like to make sure is best suited to how they would work and what they would like to see from it, and so we need to do those kinds of things and find out.